Life is always happening. We're in our peaks one day and we're in our valleys the next day. Things are always changing, but the best way to stay true to who you are, to stay confident in who you are, and not letting life change your name is by...
Great morning, everybody. My name is Johannes Atlas, and welcome to an incredible episode of Morning Cup of Joe. I'm your morning energizer. To God be the glory.
Incredible episode of Morning Cup of Joe. I hope you guys know that all things are possible to him who believes. So, you guys, I've recently there's this analogy, and I'm sure many of you guys have heard of it before. I've heard it a number of times, but it just recently hit a little bit more. So it goes, the entire ocean cannot sink a ship unless it gets on the inside. In a similar way, the negativity of the world cannot pull us down unless we allow it inside to get into the inside. And so in hearing this, I was thinking, I'm like, could it be possible that one of the reasons, not the only reason, but could it be possible that one of the reasons why we are dealing with so many various mental health issues as far as stress, depression, fear, anxiety, is because we're allowing the weight and the pressure of the world and of our issues on the inside? And we're getting under what we should be staying on top of. And so my question for you is, who or what are you? And so when I ask that question, I mean that in the sense of when you are peace, when you are joy, when you are love, when you are happiness, whatever is going on the outside is not going to change who you are on the inside. You are validated and you are affirmed in who you are on the inside, regardless of what's going on the outside. And so crazy situations might arise, but you are still able to be who you are because you are validated and you are affirmed in who you are. And so another thing is in knowing who you are, you have to be mindful of where you get your validation from. This is a very important thing. You have to be mindful of where you're getting your validation from, because a lot of times people tend to get their validation from people or from successes or from just various things in life. And so, but it's always things that are changing. People tend to get their validation from things that are changing. And so the danger, there we go, that's the word I'm looking for. The danger in that is because, for example, people are fickle. People are fickle. It depends on what day you catch them on. They can feel one way about you one day and a different way about you the next day. You know, there's highs and lows, there's peaks and valleys in life. And so you have to be peace, love, joy, and happiness when you're at your peak, as well as when you're at your valley. You still have to be peace, love, joy, and happiness down here. And so, in business, you know, some people seek validation in their successes, but you know, you're going to have your moments when, you know, you may not be as successful as, you know, the previous business. And so regardless of if you're not as successful, you should still be peace, love, joy, and happiness, because that's just who you are. And so, like I said, it's dangerous in seeking validation in things that are changing, because, and like I said, life is changing. To everything there is a season. And so personally, that's why I get my validation in God, because he is never changing. He always has something good to say about me, and his word never changes. And so I keep my validation from here. And so regardless of whatever kind of situation I come across, I can still be who I am. And so, but this is the thing, you know, life happens, you know, we get tossed to and fro a little bit, but I still stay confident and affirmed in who I am. I always come back. I may get, like I said, I get tossed around a little bit, and I may be acting up a little bit, but I always come back to who I am, because that's who I am. I am affirmed. I am validated in who I am. I'm not seeking for validation in people. I'm seeking for validation in God. And so, because you guys, this world is ever changing. You know, the world says it's this way one day and it's this way the next day. And I feel like in trying to keep up with that so much, you can stress yourself out. If you don't meet the goals, or if you don't meet certain people's standards, then you know it can stress you out, or you can be depressed because you didn't, or you lose You lose your you-ness in who you believe yourself to be. When you don't meet other people's standards, it can bring you down sometimes. And so that's why, like I said, regardless of what people have to say, regardless of whatever's going on in life, you have to be confident and be affirmed and stay validated in who you are. Be mindful of where you get your validation from. Like I said, the world is always changing, and if you try to keep it up with, if you're trying to very hard to keep up with it, you can do some damage to yourself, which is not good. So, like I said, be confident in who you are. Know who you are. Know what you are. And be mindful of where you're getting your validation from. Love you guys, and I'll see you next week.